Welcome to the University of Alabama at Birmingham. We're an urban university located right in the heart of the city, but with a student-centered campus. Our Nutrition Sciences building is located on University Boulevard, right next door to the School of Public Health and the Student Recreation Center. Our doors open onto a plaza that we share with the School of Nursing, and across the street, you'll find the Lister Hill Library of Health Sciences. Our Diabetes Research and Nutrition Obesity Research Centers give our faculty and students the resources they need to study how nutrition and obesity contribute to chronic metabolic diseases. Our investigators use state-of-the-art techniques for assessing body composition, energy metabolism, and metabolic health in humans. You'll find our faculty and staff using the DEXA scan, the bod pod, or in the exercise lab. Some are doing basic research in animal and even insect models, like fruit flies. Some of our students are going to tell you a little bit about their labs. Some are traditional, but others, well, not so much.
My name is Katie Couch. I am a third-year PhD student in the Department of Nutrition Sciences. My primary mentor is Dr. Barbara Gower. My research interests really lay in beta cell function in people with type 2 diabetes, and specifically different markers that we can use to kind of tell us a little bit more about beta cell function during the progression of the disease. If I were going to take you on a tour of our lab, I would definitely take you to the web building and show you the room where we conduct DEXA scans for our study participants to give us information on body composition. I would also show you the BIA machine, which is another body composition tool that we use. And then I would also take you to another room on that same floor, which is the room with the indirect calorimetry machine, which we also use to tell us information about resting energy expenditure on our study participants. In the web building, I would also take you to the lab where we run hormone assays. So we can look at glucose, insulin, C-peptide, proinsulin, all sorts of different things on samples that we've collected in our study participants. And then I would also probably take you to Highlands Hospital, which is where we do MRI scans on some of our study participants. And then another place I would take you would be over in the UAB hospital in the clinical research unit, where we do hyperglycemic clamps on study participants, which is basically just a really sophisticated way of telling us information about insulin secretion and beta cell function. When I got here, I didn't know how to do any of that. If I'm being honest, I didn't even know what some of those methods were. And so I think in my position, one incredible reason that I've been exposed to so many of those different techniques is through my involvement with Dr. Gower's clinical nutrition study. And so a lot of these methods we use on all of the study participants. One of the biggest drivers for my passion for it is, at the end of the day, I ultimately want what I'm working on to help people.
My name is Kelly Berg. Here at UAB, I am also not only the dietitian. Within our department, I run controlled feeding studies for nutrition research. Within the kitchen that runs as a metabolic kitchen for UAB, where we produce all of our meals for these controlled feeding studies, we also incorporate student workers.
Everything has to be measured out and scaled out almost to a T. We do have some minor deviations, which is good because it helps with efficiency. But at the same time, that has a purpose, because if anything gets skewed, that could skew the results. So we have to be mindful of all those details.
So I'm overseeing and managing all of the staff and the students, as well as creating menus for these controlled feeding studies. So you have kind of the food service management, the meats, clinical, all with the power to rewrite nutrition guidelines, which I think is phenomenal. Not every university has a metabolic kitchen or controlled feeding lab. And so having everyone exposed to this is a really neat opportunity here at UAB. We are thriving with research in controlled feeding studies. So because of that, we've kind of outgrown our main metabolic kitchen on campus. Now we have collaborated with Samford University to work in their wellness kitchens. And so they have these beautiful kitchens that we are now working within to produce 3 controlled feeding studies.
There's just a ton of people in the department that have access now to a metabolic kitchen that just totally changes the game for them.
This is affecting other people's lives, and on a drastic scheme too, because we start small, but we dream big.
Hi, my name is Kelsey Parrish, and I am a student in the UAB graduate program for nutrition sciences. My father was diagnosed with renal cell carcinoma, so I took some time off to help him, and as his daughter, I wanted to do what I could to try to help him the best that I was able to, and thus began my endeavor into nutrition. I am currently a student assistant in the DeMarc lab. The DeMarc lab works on several different studies, including Harvest for Health, and now they're currently doing a program study called Duet. My primary function in working with them has been to perform dietary recalls, and I use the software called ASA24. The ASA24 software is a database, so anything that I put in for the participants goes to a database where we can look at all the information combined. I am also in the process of becoming certified to perform digital assessments with the participants. I will meet with the participants and perform a series of physical assessment exercises with them over Zoom. This is a little tricky, but this is how we are doing it now with COVID. We've found ways to work around the need for social distancing by using the technology that is available to us. Each week they receive a web-based intervention video that is created through Articulate Storyline. It is a way to create interactive web-based education and videos for participants. So it allows the viewer to click and drag, do interactive quizzes and other activities in order to get a greater involvement instead of just watching a video.
Hi everyone, my name is Harleen Kaur and I'm a first-year PhD student at the Department of Nutrition Sciences at UAB. I was able to connect with Dr. Wendy DeMarc Winfrey and had the opportunity to work on her NIH-funded randomized control trial called Harvest for Health. Harvest for Health is a gardening intervention which focuses on the impact vegetable gardening can have on diet, physical activity, physical functioning among older cancer survivors. Being part of this research study has not only allowed me to develop my research skills as a young scientist, but it has also given me the opportunity to connect with participants on a deeper level and improve my communication skills. I've also developed data collection skills and used different softwares and platforms, which I had never used before. This tool has allowed us and me to gather about hundreds of surveys electronically during this pandemic. Our team really worked together to basically take this trial from an in-person trial to a virtual trial and also collect data that is reliable. So if today you ask me, Harleen, what is your trial today, or what does your lab look like? My lab really is my phone right here and my laptop. Every single day I use my phone and my laptop to collect data, to do physical assessments through Zoom, and also collect all the surveys either through phone or through the electronic database called the RedCap. And every single day I use these two technologies to make sure I'm able to collect reliable data. Every day there's a different challenge that comes up and we are able to work as a team, and that is what I love about UAB. Our department is like a family to me and has given me a lot of comfort and a safe place to be at during this pandemic, and I really hope that you guys choose to be the part of our department, and thank you so much.